What would you do to achieve your goals?
Some people say work 10 hours a day, work 60 hours a week.
What would you put yourself through to achieve those dreams?
I mean, I couldn't even get out of bed this morning. I was just lying there, just like...
And how far would you go to turn those ideas that you've been ruminating about into reality?
Station now. It's pretty sad, but you're excited to get out there.
It's not sad at all. I'm freaking ready to go.
Okay, it wasn't that sad.
That's exactly what we're trying to find out. Last episode, my brother and I made over 100 cold calls with no products and absolutely no sales experience.
Okej, men det är helt gratis.
Det spelar liksom ingen roll.
Miraculously enough, we managed to book our first meeting.
Oh, this is so fun. Yeah, this is really cool. So you have 1, 2,
This
3.
episode picks up right where we left off. You'll get to see in-meeting footage from our first meeting with our first client, our approach to building trust with a client despite not having a product, and how those very early steps forced us into unknown territory.
You're in there, but you're out of focus.
When Cruz and I started this project, we made a pact. We'd launch this business, and with this remote income stream, we'd travel to Indonesia.
If we get one client, I can go to Indo. Cruz has got his savings, but if we get one client, I can also go.
That's basically saying I'm going to work for free until we get our second client.
Fuck, I do everything anyway.
For me, this business wasn't just about building something cool. It was about funding my way into a new chapter of my life. And as 1 month led to 2 months, it began to become clear that Cruz might have to board this flight without me.
I'm going to be surfing on Friday. Perfect barreling left-hand waves, and Storm's going to be sitting here.
I will never forget when it happened. I was sitting on my phone after a full day of cellular rejection, and I'd reached the last lead on the list. It was really one of those calls where I was like, there's one left on the list, let me just freaking do it, and then I know I've done it, and I can sleep well tonight. And to my surprise, it worked. We booked a meeting.
Your prettiest sofa in front of Mount Everest.
Yeah.
We got this, guys. We sell this. Do you want it? And guys are like, yeah, I don't know, can you send me a sample? We're like, holy shit, we need to make a sample.
I hit the red button, I slammed the phone down, and it was pure acceleration. We ran around the room celebrating, we were cheering, we made one booking, and we were so happy. This is it. Our first meeting, our first step to Indonesia.
I'm busy writing notes here to outline the approach we're taking on the meeting. And this is what I've written. Our approach for this meeting is to come in with only the intention of understanding what this client needs or feels is a good solution. We have several ideas of how to solve various problems, and together we will piece it together to create a dream solution for this client.
We had one website with a very weird name, and we had some very questionable resources on our website. I knew this wasn't going to be enough to book a client. I just knew I'd have to put some more work in.
And then we got an outline of everything else we want to discuss to be able to create an offer for her. And we got a couple of proof of concept deliverables that we're going to be putting together.
And this is where we need to talk about something crucial. And it starts with C. Communication. Wow. That's awkward. You can't leave too much up to the imagination when it comes to taking something out of your head and trying to put it into somebody else's head. Think about the last time you tried to explain something to somebody, that they sat in front of you for 20 minutes listening, nodding their head the whole time, and they still got it so incredibly wrong. It's so easy to be misunderstood, and when it comes to delivering a business idea, especially when you don't have a reputation, you don't have all the stuff behind you, you need to be very clear. You need to immerse them in the experience. They need to get a hit. And that's why, even though we'd already secured the meeting, I turned it down.
I was a bit stressed this morning because I checked my inbox and all of a sudden our client had responded, yes, I'll see you in the meeting. Right, she rescheduled our meeting. Now, I thought that meeting was tomorrow. I was like, damn. And initially I wrote to her, I'm like, yeah, sure, I'll see you in the meeting. Look forward to it. Half an hour before the meeting starts. And I got none of the deliverables ready. So I actually called my brother up and I told him, listen, we got this meeting, but I don't think it's a good idea we take the meeting because I'm not ready.
I panicked. I cancelled the meeting and rescheduled it for 24 hours later. so that I could spend the next 24 hours sitting in front of this freaking computer creating an experience. And boy, am I glad I did that, because if I hadn't, we would have been screwed.
Got a long day ahead of me, by the way. A long fucking day.
Log update, 6 a.m. I haven't left this room for the last 12 hours.
Next morning came, I was wrecked. I took a cold shower, pulled on some fancy clothes, and I sat in front of my computer. I knew I needed that confidence of being inside the process, doing the work, so that I could convince this person that we're the right guys for the job.
Yes, we can.
By the end of the meeting, we actually had a partnership on the table. But to seal this deal, we made a bold proposition. We would do all of the work up front for free until we were delivering results that they were happy with. We had the mindset that we're going to treat them like kings, we're going to treat them like queens, and this woman, she became our queen. We did everything to make her happy. We listened. She liked that. She really liked when we listened.
Obviously, we got preferences of what we would, dream world outcome. But at the end of the day, we're in this meeting to figure out what it is that, what it is that you need.
Every request she made pushed us into uncharted territory. We had to work hard to fulfill these orders because we had no idea what we were doing. We had to learn on the go, think on our feet.
I don't know what makes the best sense for you guys.
So generally, I would say that.
Generally, Cruz, you sound like you really know what you're talking about.
Yeah, so generally, that's coming from somebody with no more than 2 weeks of experience in the industry, hardly know how a laptop works, sort of a thing. Don't even start on AI. And this nice lady is asking us questions, and I'm like, generally works like this and that.
Generally, it works every time.
Even if there's different angles in different.
Every promise we made forced us to be creative. It forced us to create solutions.
But could we work around that by simply cutting out multiple products from old lifestyle images?
Yes, we can.
What do you think this lady would have thought if she had to see this vlog afterwards?
So I honestly think she'd find it kind of funny. We totally hustled our way through all the meetings, and up until this point, we were like, we know what we're doing, we can sort it out. But then you see the video and it's catastrophic.
We were delivering at the end of the day.
Exactly, like now we're delivering high quality, high end results. It's not like you can just, it's good shit.
Yeah, good shit's good shit.
How the road was getting there doesn't matter.
No. Get there one way, you get there the other way, as long as you get there.
Exactly.
And that, my friends, is how our MVP was born. Not because we planned everything out perfectly, because we were forced to come up with something. We had an idea, and an idea is nothing without execution. And the execution strips away layers of stupid ideas that you have on top of this one core idea, and eventually you come down to something that meets what somebody else wants. Something that starts to make a little bit of sense. And that is what our MVP was. A hypothesis, hard work, and a lot of listening, and a lot of asking questions. We learned that when you truly listen to what a client needs and deliver it with care, you build trust. They will keep teaching you. They will keep telling you things that you need to know to be successful. We had to navigate expectations quite carefully. We were wanting to deliver something that was exceptional, but we didn't want to cut off our own feet, so to speak. One mistake and it would have been over. These were sensitive times. We needed to make sure that we made a promise that was a good promise, but that was under-promising, and then we needed to over-deliver.
Oh, this is so fun. Yeah, this is really cool. So you have...
Step by step, we took something that was inside of our heads and started to manifest it into reality. But that doesn't mean things got easy. In fact, things just kept getting harder. And our first major blow was Cruz leaving me in Sweden.
We're gonna go drop Cruz off at the bus station now. It's pretty sad, but you're excited to get out there,
It's
right,
not
Cruz?
sad at all. I'm freaking ready to go.
Okay, it wasn't that sad apparently.
So it's pretty.
Bump it, dude. You're driving like a freaking granny.
I think it just covers a lot of his feelings up.
Snacks for the road.
Sick.
Ja men hej då, fan.
Alright, cheers buddy.
Cheers, bro.
Follow shot here, Cruz.
I still had the enthusiasm, the belief that we could pull this together.
See you in Indo.
He's going to be there a long time. I could catch up with him. Next week, we'll dive a little bit deeper into developing our first working prototype, adapting to a work-living arrangement, and lots of unexpected challenges that tested our resilience. I hope you enjoyed this episode. But if you found this inspiring, if this, resonated with you, then hit the subscribe button, because this is the whole goal of our channel, is to put something out there that's authentic. Something that's real, not advice from the top of the mountain, advice from the trenches. What is it like starting a business? What is it like pursuing something that you really care about? Let's build a community together, stay in touch, and let's make some magical things happen.
Cowabunga.